everybody. Guys, gals, welcome back to the channel. Shovel's here visiting with us again today, and I know some of you guys are happy that he's back. Hi. Yeah, hi. You want to tell them what we're working on today, Shovel? Fuel lines. That's right, fuel lines. And let's show you what's going on back here at the back of the car. You keep holding that up. Don't let it smash the new radiator, okay? All right. And so I'll put a picture in, but I welded in a bung under the bottom of the gas tank here. We got a 10AN fitting that we welded in. Ooh, I might have to undo that just a little bit. It should be all right. I'll undo it just to be sure. But we coming over here, 10AN fitting into our fuel pump, and I used muffler clamps to hold it in place, and then it comes out 8AN fitting. We got a 45 on here. Then what we're gonna do is run this all the way, and what we'll do, that steel braided line right there, that's our breather. But we'll run this all the way down alongside our new brake line and get everything mounted into the clamps. And if you look right there at the end of my finger, you can see, here I'll zoom in, I'm reusing the factory clamps right there for the brake line, and we'll get the fuel hose in there too, and mount those into the spots all the way up. All right. I know I got a little bit of a head start, but that's all right. There's plenty to show. You can see the weather is crap. I don't know how it's snowing in May in Cleveland, but it's happening a little bit there. If you see the flakes falling a little. Anyways, let's get this fuel line up to the engine bay. Let you guys get a quick update, see where we're at with that. We got our new 3-core twin fan aluminum radiator. Seems a little bit high, but I already pulled the hood down and it doesn't hit anywhere. And I'll end up making my own shroud piece on there, because I didn't get one with the car anyway. But man, look at that. It really takes up that whole space. It's awesome. It's really gonna, 3-core is really gonna help keep this thing nice and cool. So I already undercoated it and went absolutely crazy with the undercoating inside and underneath. Got it all in there and stuff. That'll last a while. But okay, so we got the fuel line ran so far up. Let's take a look at that real quick. Here's our fuel line. So all I got to do is get it strapped. But once I got to a certain part under the car here, and you can see I already did it, but I have some pictures. I forgot about that. I got to put a new floor pan in And I didn't want to have this anywhere near underneath here while I was welding, just because I didn't want the new fuel line ruined. So here we go. Let's look in the car here. Coating inside and underneath. But I found a piece of stainless, and that's what I used. It's just all stainless steel. And got it all in there and stuff. That'll last a while. But I gotta get this bolt in for the seat, so what I'm gonna do real quick so I can finish welding and everything, which is right there on the ground. I'm gonna set the seat in there, make my mark, and then I can weld that bolt in and get that in, and then I can clean the rest of this up and get just everything in this car has to come out. This is a wreck. I have to get everything out of this car. Transmission up here, I got one of the eyes inside the guide hole. If we could just get, I wanted to tell you, if you can, probably can't see on that side, but I undercoated everything over here. I even welded underneath the floor pan I put in, so it's welded on the inside and from underneath. And I have a bracket here, not a bracket, but like a brace, so it doesn't rattle. But we're trying to get, if we get one bolt started. I know you probably can't see nothing on that side, huh?
A little bit.
All right, well,
not much. I'm trying to get a good angle.
Okay, I think I got 2 turns on that. So let's get the air line on this. Oh, wrong way. I need thread tape on this damn thing. Grab, Cap.
Nice.
Now, here's the bad. Alright, so we've got the transmission for the most part in. And what I want to show you guys is where this thing comes in handy, that you find online for like $15 to $20. Pretty good deal for that. But you can see, oops, oh, focus, damn it. You can see the snout of the torque converter and the end of the crank. So that's where this goes. But what I'm looking at, what I can see, and I think it's coming in video, you can see it's about 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4, something like that. That's where this would come in handy, to go up in there and take up that slack. But what I'm looking at is I'm still going to have slack here between the torque converter and flywheel. And I don't think I've ever, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I don't think I've mentioned or heard anybody mention anything about those online or any of the other videos that I've seen. They just talk about you need the spacer to get that torque converter and all that lined up. Whew. So gonna have to do some more searching and find out what to do about that. If you already know, make a comment down below, and I gotta keep going from there. But we've got some wiring in that. We got our fuel line all the way up here. We got to get the return back. That's not a big deal. Get the fuel rails on. I'm surprised the mailman hasn't run yet for the new fuel injectors. Because these are too short. These are too short to use for the Holley EFI, the truck. So you can't use your truck fuel injectors on an LS1 intake. It doesn't matter if you're using the stock fuel rail or not or anything. You can't use those, so you got to get the right fuel injectors. But now I got to do some research on, man, that looks good. Now I got to do some research on what to do about that spacing between the flywheel and the torque converter where the nuts go. That hub spacing thing, I've got that. That's no big deal. But like I said, I can't think of or recall anybody saying anything about. Look at this. It's getting out of control, fellas. I can't think of anybody or talking about or saying anything about the space for the nuts. Unless that's a completely different flywheel altogether. This here flywheel is a little bit different. But this there's this little bump out here is no way is that much. And that's a 6.0 that I got to find something to put it in. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Look at the old school TV still up there. It works. We got our new radiator going in. New 3-cord, two 12-inch fans. Oh my gosh, I gotta go wash my face. I can feel all that down in there. Let's get some mess cleaned up. I'll come right back to it if I find something else or if I can come up with something. Let's get to it. There you can see I've got that spacer in there. That should, oops, wrong angle, sort of. Where is, I think that'll go. I need that little space right there. I need that to sit a little more flush in there. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, here we go. Now it's flush. My problem was there's a little gunk inside that spot there where that slides in. So now it's flush. So now we're going to push the transmission back up there and get it flush. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do about this space that was right here with getting it onto the flywheel. So the radiator's all the way down. Radiator's all the way down. I actually took the little rubber things out that it's supposed to sit in, and it's that much too high, which honestly isn't, I'm sure you'll agree, is not that big a deal. So I'm gonna try and think of something to put right here that goes over and down and holds it in place.